Welcome back, everybody, to another thrilling and hopefully not quite so depressing episode of Living Tal'Dorei. Everybody's here tonight. A quick recap, if it is needed. Last week saw the end of Fabius of Westruun, who sacrificed his own life to save that of his son. And also sacrificed most of the goodies that the party had at the same time, unknowingly. Much shenanigans was done, and back at the Via Croc, the party had told Bazir about the end of Fabius, who was upset. And he had come to tell the party that the team were required to the Cloudtop district to see the Council of Tal'Dorei in reference to the recent attack on the city by Dyson Brandt. The party were instrumental in creating Dyson Brandt's weapon of destruction, but also of stopping his machinations. There is still an air of melancholy around the group. Gladys is hanging back in the tavern. Tears were still streaming down her face. A new member had joined the party. She calls herself Lily. She is a human of one of the clerical orders and has come to offer solace to the Waffle House, of whom she has heard many tales over her travels. Sitting in the tavern, a tankard of ale in Bazir's hand now emptied. He belches again, and frost crystals precipitate in front of him and gently float down onto the table. Right, we better go and see the council. Can't say that I'm looking forward to this because Guardian Topher will be there and she's doesn't like me much. So he pushes his chair back and stands up. This tavern is empty apart from you, Marshall, the barkeep, and Gladys, who is standing back and with red rims round her eyes. So Bazir goes to stand up and to walk out. By the way, can I just check music level? Is that okay?
Oh yeah.
All
Good.
fine.
All good.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Suppose we all better follow them.
So you leave the Via Crook down in the Port of Emon. You can see after the recent attack, there were a number of craters in the ground and buildings have collapsed, some of which have been recently rebuilt. Could somebody please in fact, 2 people make perception rolls, please?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Can I take one?
Yep.
Oh, right. First roll on the new character. This is going to be very... that's about right.
There you go.
So, Brick, as you walk onto the street, you see, whilst the rest of you are sort of deep in your own thoughts, Brick is new to this team. He's looking around and just seems to be a lot of children hanging on the street corner. These children are in rags, some of them bare feet even in the snow, cold, shivering. A lot of them holding out hands for alms or for food. Sir? Somebody comes up to Brick. Sir, have you got any money? I'm cold and I'm hungry and I have nowhere to stay.
I'm going. How many of the children in general are there?
You can see about 10 hanging around on the street corners.
Okay.
Bazir is as much on. He hasn't seen this. He's deep within his own thoughts.
Okay. 10 kids. I'll give them 2 gold coins to share between them to get themselves some food and stuff.
And you can see the child. You give the 2 gold coins. He's a waif of a lad. He's probably about 10. He's very skinny. His clothing is threadbare. His face is gaunt. He has sunken eyes. His eyes light up at this. Sweeties. Sweeties. Dragon Man. And Bazir turns around and waves at them and comes back and gives them a few coins as well and talks to these children. But then carries on walking northwards to the Cloudtop district. Are you with Dragon Man? He buys us sweets. He keeps us safe. He's our friend. Are you our friend too?
Yes.
And there's 10 children now around you, and you can see the one you gave 2 gold coins to. He's sort of pocketing them, and the others are holding out their hands, and sort of motioning to their mouths and saying, "We're hungry. We're cold."
Sorry, little ones. I don't have much more. But if given him some coins, you can all get yourself some food.
And the young lad you gave the coins to runs off, and the others chase after him. And the rest of you have seen this before, and there's been sort of a little bit of frivolity and jollity, but here now it's just almost desperation.
It was very good of you, Mr. Brick. I do feel sorry for the young ones in this city. Must be very tough, given recent events.
I agree. Place is an absolute mess.
Could just one person make a history roll for me, please?
Ooh, I can do that.
Actually, that has to be either Dak or Jordan, please.
Dak will do it. 23.
Ooh, nice.
23. Well, Dak, you remember that in the sewers under the city there were a lot of places that the dispossessed stayed. And you walked through some of those areas before. It was the Undercity. And it now seems that these people have been pushed out because of the recent events with the what's been going on with the sewers.
Yep, I shall convey that to everyone.
And Baz goes, we need to get these youngsters a place to stay. And you walk past the collapsed ruins of the orphanage that he was going to build, which is now just sort of smoking ruins on the ground. And you keep walking northwards.
I'm going to ask Baz if he's made any progress in getting that work underway.
No, I've just been healing people and with the Platinum Order.
I see. Well, if it's funds you need, you only got to ask.
I need funds.
Okay, how much?
10,000 gold pieces.
Okay, well, I'll do you 3 for now.
And his eyes light up.
Okay, and I'll give Baz 3,000 gold pieces.
And you keep walking northwards, and you take out this large, heavy bag full of coins. And as you do that, there was a few people taking a slight interest in this transaction happening in the middle of the street. But you managed...
Drugs. What's going on here? Drug deal.
That's a lot of damn drugs I just bought.
Massive arrow right above Baz's head right now.
Yeah.
And also it's there. And some of the local guards come up and says, gents.
Hello?
Hello.
That's a big bag.
Yes, I'm helping my friend fund his orphanage in that building over there, or what's left of it.
Oh, strange place to be doing business.
Oh, well, we're walking past and it jogged my memory.
Right, well, don't get into trouble.
No,
And they walk off. You could see there was an air of recognition in their eyes. And as you keep walking northwards, you hear a faint cry. A town crier. City saved by the Waffly House. City saved by the Waffly House.
Waffle.
And you see this young town crier come around the street, the corner, with a sheet of paper in front of him. Jordan, you recognise him. You have met this young lad once before, many moons ago.
Yep.
City saved by the Waffly House. Dyson.
Bend down and just says waffle, not waffly.
City saved by the waffle. City. Really? City saved by. Really? No, it says Waffly House here. And he's got a piece of paper in front of him, and it does actually say Waffly House.
I can give you on good authority. It's the Waffle House.
I can't change what it says here. This is my job. I have to read out what's given here. I have to read out what's on this piece of paper, otherwise I lose my job.
Okay, not to worry.
And this is a young lad. He's probably in his mid-teens. He's not old enough really to grow any sort of decent facial hair. He's blonde-eyed, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and
Young lad, come here. Come over here.
Oh, sir. Yes.
Give me this piece of paper.
Oh, I can't.
Give me the piece of paper, please.
Could you?
I'll give you one gold. Oh,
could you make a persuasion roll?
Persuasion. 19.
Oh dear.
Wumble of the persuasive.
Oh well. Okay. Well, yeah, but I'll need to hold on to it.
Okay. How about if you turn around and I put this on your back? I just need to write something on it. Correct it.
Okay.
One gold piece.
And he takes the gold piece from you. Okay. And he turns around.
And I will amend, instead of it being Waffly House, will amend it and write Waffle House.
Okay. And he turns back and says, well, okay. And how do you amend it? With what?
I cross out Waffly House and I spell what I think is Waffle House.
Oh dear.
Just make an intelligence roll for me, please.
Certainly.
It's all got much
I
worse.
can see where this is going.
Oh no!
Okay.
The Womble House.
Okay. Are you sure this is right? Yes.
100%.
Okay. Okay, sir. Well, I will go. I will tell everybody. City saved by the Wattle House. City saved by the Wattle House. Dyson Brandt attacks the city. City saved by the Wattle House.
It's
Close
even
enough.
worse.
And
One more cartwheel away, thinking that he's done his job for the day. He's happy. He's done.
I'm just gonna stand there, sort of rubbing the bridge of my nose, going,
Fireball!
I know I'm not a smart man, but even I'm not that stupid.
I'm actually pretty content with this.
and you keep walking up, and you hear him walking away, and his voice disappears in the background. City saved by the Wattle House, and you hear another town cry sang out. City saved by the Waffly House. City saved by the Waffly House. Dyson Brandt attacks the city. City saved by the Waffly House. And as you see, there is a dwarf there who is of middle age with a long beard, wearing the town crier's garb, who has a piece of paper in front of him and he's reading out from it. And he walks past. City saved by the Waffly House.
I think we better leave this one alone.
Paul does not take the bait.
That. And you end up in the Cloudtop district, and there is still a haze over the ground here and there's a heat shimmer coming off from where the elemental plane fire almost broke through. There is a rebuilt building here, which you helped furnish with plumbing some many months ago. And you get to the front entrances, which are a large double doors with two guards standing in front of it. Yes, what are you doing here? And one of the guards is a dark-skinned man. And you get from the impression he's probably from distant source. What you're doing here?
As
You with the horns. What you're doing here?
My friend Baz, who's now stunned with silence, said that we've been summoned.
Ah. You're Sir Bazir and his Waffly House group.
Close enough, yeah.
Nice. And he opens the door behind him, and he talks to somebody inside, a runner inside. He goes off, and you are escorted in up a grandiose staircase, which has been recently built by the aid of the Arcana Pansophical. And it is a sweeping staircase made of marble with gold trimming, and there are pictures on the walls. And as you climb up this, you realise this is a place of splendour, and you get to a large door at the top. In front of it stand two guards who are wearing ceremonial armour, and they open the door for you, and they call it, "The Waffly House are here for the Council of Tal'Dorei." You're let into an anteroom, and very rapidly escorted into a room of which there is a relatively small room, actually, with a plain table there. And in there you see Alora Vysoren, who you have seen before. Her face is burnt. She's lost some of her hair. Her arm is in a sling. In there is a one-armed Dragonborn paladin. Again, looks very injured, sitting down, bags under their eyes, has looked at you as you came in, nods at Bazir. There is a dwarf in there, an elderly dwarf. There is a halfling with shaved head, and there is a man wearing plate armor with a deep scar on his face and unshaved. And there is a scribe in the corner. Alora stands up. "Ah, you've come. We are the Council of Tal'Dorei. We come to offer our thanks for saving the city from an enemy we did not know we had. Let me introduce you. Me, you know. I'm Alora Vysoren, Arcanist. And I can't read my writing. No. And then there's somebody comes in from a back room. As a gnome comes in. I'm Hannah Vasara. And it's a female gnome comes in and sits at the back of the table on a high chair. The man wearing the plate armor. I'm Arbiter Brom Goldhand, Master of Law. And then there is the halfling there. I'm Seeker Assam Emring. I am the Master of Information and Secrets. And I am very upset this happened. And the Dragonborn. I'm Tofor, Guardian Tofor. This should not happen to my city. Sir Bazir, I have misjudged you. We need to talk. You helped with your Waffly House friends. And Alora says, this is the Waffle House. Ah, my mistake. Your friends, the Waffle House. You have stopped a terror which would have destroyed this land. I thank you. And Sir Bazir, you were instrumental with that. I have misjudged you. You used Dorandel well. And you can see that Bazir has a slight glow to his face there, slightly embarrassed. So Bazir, I need to talk to you alone. And she walks out with Bazir. And Lily, you hear one word, of a couple of words, orphanage and money, as they disappear off. So the rest of you are there. Alora stands up and says, I'm sorry, I am sorely injured. That red dragon was, I think, there to distract us whilst the fire kraken came through. A beast I've not heard of before. Brackets, homebrew, close brackets.
Excuse me, my lady. If I can.
Yes,
help
sir. So who are you? I don't think I have had the pleasure of meeting all of you before.
Oh, well, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Lily Feldarius. I'm been transferred over from Whitestone to help with the Matron of Ravens.
Oh, I didn't know you were a part of the Waffle House.
I don't think I am as of yet. I've just helped them as they've lost someone very dear to them recently.
Yes. Where is Master Fabius?
Yeah. A problem arose with his son, and ultimately he was able to rectify the situation, but it cost him his life. Although it was a price he was glad to pay, we miss him dearly.
And she sits down on the chair with a sigh. Will this conflict never finish? We have casualties too. Merrick, who you know, professor in the Tolstis Academy, he's sorely injured. We are working to try and pull him out of his arcane slumber. And Sean Gilmore has disappeared. We do not know where he has gone. We have tried scrying for him, and we know that he's still alive, but we know not where.
Well, for the Master Merrick, I have some healing ability. Maybe I can help.
Well, any help would be greatly appreciated. But the reason for calling you here is to try and find information from you concerning what Dyson Brandt is about. And they all start asking you questions, and effectively that you don't know what his plans are, what he was doing, and you just recant what has happened to you. And she says, so we have no further forward. He's an agent of Vecna, and I think he's a powerful agent too. And if we are in his sights, the city is in danger. We have other adventurers around, but many of our adventuring protectors are died in the flames that Dyson Brandt threw at us. I'm amazed you all survived as well as you did. And then she looks at Brick. I don't know you, but I recognize you. You are the one who had the intelligence and the foresight to destroy the Fire Staff. I thank you. That took some ingenuity. Brick, can you just make an intelligence roll for me, please?
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
11.
So you vaguely know that the word ingenuity is actually a compliment. I'm going to have you all mucking up to your intelligence. Up to your intelligence. So I think, thank you for that. And we have come to pay our thanks and to give reward to you for this. Guardian Tofor there is bad blood between her and Sir Bazir, which I don't understand. And she will not tell me. But I think she has buried that, and I think will help Sir Bazir in his crusade to look after the youngsters of the city, which is something we should have done a long time ago. Even our greatest heroes have not done that. Our premier group, a band by the name of Vox Machina, have defeated evil, but they have not looked after the youngsters on the street. And I think this is the greatest heroism of all. But what can I do for you individuals?
Well, I guess it always comes down to money, but we were obviously promised quite a large sum by that magic man, and
Always the mercenaries.
yeah.
Yes, well, I thought it would come to that.
I'd also ask for a second thing as well, and I don't know how far your knowledge of the Raven Queen ceremonies extends, but as Dak mentioned earlier, we had a good friend pass on, but he also passed on with all of his and our goods. And if this would be something whether you could help us with reclaiming or not.
So I heard that the Raven Queen was in good standing with the Elven Embassy. Now I understand why. They claimed that a special artifact had been returned to them which belonged in Singorn. From that you know that Arianwen's armor has been returned to the elves.
Oh, damn it!
I will see what I can. Are you? Do these things belong to you, or do they belong to his next of kin?
It would belong to us.
I will see what I can do.
Unless anyone else here disagrees, I'm of the mind that this is going to be more beneficial to us as a group of adventurers than any relatives.
Yeah.
The young boy didn't seem an adventuring type.
No.
No.
I don't think that's really the life Fabius wanted for him anyway. So if we can dissuade that, it's probably for the best.
Plus, he seemed a bit weepy as well. Not sure why. But hey ho.
Well, we will pay you. We've agreed to pay you a reward of 2,500 gold pieces, and they bring up a small chest of coin which they open for you. And inside there's some coin and money for your actions in saving the city. And we have let the town criers know that you are the people who have done this, and your fame will spread around the city.
One other thing as well, since we are so helpful, is could you get us any sort of global discounts or like the key to the city or anything like that? You know, and being famous is all good and whatnot, but kind of any sort of extra hustle is always nice.
Well, we shall. Yeah, I'm not sure that's something that really would suit you, gentlemen. And
No keeps or castles of kind of which have been abandoned that we could set up camp.
Well, I believe that Sir Bazir will build a new orphanage, and mayhaps you can use that as your base.
Good suggestion. Yeah.
Good idea.
And she just shrugs, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is what Davey said earlier on to me.
Nice. There's kids there. We don't want to be surrounded by kids.
Would you really want to be surrounded by that little dwarf lady?
Exactly. Pick your poison.
So they ask you more questions, which you cannot give them any more information. They try and pry it out of you, unless you want to sort of make things up. they excuse you after half an hour. And as you go out,
Can I do one thing
Yes.
before we go? I will just ask if I can gently touch her arm, the one in a sling.
okay. Because why?
I could probably make it better.
It is healing. I have some skill myself, and I have asked for the aid of the Bahamut's temple.
Well, if you're sure.
No, I'm fine, thank you very much. But thank you for offering. Maybe another time, if it is needed, I will partake of that.
Thank you for seeing us.
It is a pleasure, and thank you once again.
I'm
The Waffle House is becoming famous.
they're an interesting bunch.
Yes, aren't they?
Yes. Okay, bye.
And you can see the scribe just finishing off, and then he opens a door and escorts you out. And you walk down this grandiose staircase out into the cold winter's day. City saved by the Waffle House. City saved by the Waffle House. Clearly, the town cars it has been changed. And you have the rest of the day to do with as you will.
Oh, that went better than I expected.
Anyone up for going to a really depressing place again?
Depressing place.
Back to the Raven Queen's temple.
Oh, did you have anything in particular in mind?
Well, unless anything could come of the old lass that we just spoke to just now, maybe it might be worth us also paying a visit. Just see if we can get anything. As much as I hate to say it,
Want to do a bit of grave robbing, don't you?
yeah. Thank you, Brick. You know, come here, Brick. Come here. And Womble will put his very creaky arm around Brick, saying, "This guy gets it. This guy, he gets it."
Well, not to say it's a
Brick, you remember
would-
last time Womble did this to you? He set fire to your hair.
Yeah.
Womble starts rubbing his fingers underneath his nose. It smells like sulfur, doesn't it, Brick?
we just seem to have gained the city's favor somewhat, and I don't think we should do anything to perhaps ruin that on the same day.
It's all
Not
checks
s-
and balances, isn't it? You know,
not
swings and
sta-
roundabouts.
I'm not saying steal. We could speak to them at least.
I
Try and explain to them we're trying to persuade the son from going down the same route as he did.
Or we could leave it, go and toast Fabius. I think he would at least like that. Go get loads of bread and have a good toast to Fabius.
That's a great idea. We should get bread and give it to all the children.
Yeah.
All that sweets is going to rot their teeth.
And there are in the central district there are carts with fresh bread on them and bakeries which are selling pastries and bread. And as you walk past one of them, you are all given a rather strange stare. It is a face that one recognises before, where Fabius had stolen bread for them and made a very horrible smell afterwards. You've all forgotten that.
If at all possible as well, if we pass by Ashtax, I'd like to drop into Ashtax and try and acquire a strength potion.
I think with this, with the gold we've got as well, we probably need to split that up amongst ourselves so that we don't leave it all on one person again.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
So there was 1,500, was it, or was it 2,500? I can't remember what you said.
2,500 in a little chest which you are carrying.
So it'd be
Okay.
effectively 500 each.
So maybe the first thing we do is now all agree to split 500 each.
Yeah, sounds good.
Just if something happens, at least we're not going to lose all of it because we know how expensive it was to. Well, I know. I guess so.
Let me just remind you, you are in the middle of a city and it's bustling, and you've got 2,500 gold pieces, which you're divvying up between you on a busy highway.
Yeah, maybe we should do that.
It didn't stop us before.
Yep. Hey, well, guys, if we wait 10 minutes, I can make a little secret dome.
Oh yeah, that won't look suspicious at all.
Well, no one else can get in it unless I let them in. Might be quite annoying. Yeah, or we could just do it right here in the middle of the street.
Or we could just wait for tonight when we're in the inn.
Yeah,
True.
let's do
It's a
that.
shame we don't have this
Damn
bag
it.
that we could put it in. That
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame we lost that. Hey.
Never mind. I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to acquire another one at some point in the future.
Well, let's just make sure no one else tries to acquire this from us.
I can tell the loss of your friend has affected you greatly.
Friend, it was an arse.
Oh. Well, you seem upset?
I'm crying on the inside.
It's a long way down on the inside. It's really hard to tell
Exactly.
him sometimes.
Yep.
Okay. So where are you going to then? Are you going to get some bread? Or what are you doing?
I will buy. How much bread could I buy with 10 gold pieces?
A lot of bread. A lot of bread.
I am going to buy 10 gold pieces worth of bread, and I'm going to walk down the street and give a piece to every starving
Okay.
orphan.
So
and
you
child.
go into a bakery, the one who was trying to sort of shoo you away, and it says, you with that horrible old man.
Oh, yes.
He's very smelly. I'm Albion the baker. I make the best bread in town.
It's very nice to meet you, Albion, man. Your bread smells delicious.
It does. But he farted, and he points at Womble, and he ruined all my sales for an entire day.
Oh, careful, may I do it
Never
again?
forget her face. So he needs to stay away.
I mean, I'm sure he didn't mean to do it.
Yes, he did. I saw him laughing. And he's laughing now.
I just have a nervous disposition, thank you, sir.
You need to stay away.
Cool, about 30 feet away? How does that sound?
Okay. Yeah, a bit further.
Oh.
Maybe just, yeah.
Bit further. Can you make a
ways a
perception
bit.
roll for me, please?
Sure. Perception. There we go. Ooh, 15.
Okay, you can see he's backing you into a horse trough, so you manage to see it and stop. But just stay there. Don't come any closer. And into the shop, and it's a beautiful smell of freshly baked bread. There are pastries. There are croissants, pain au chocolat. I can notice some people are parler le français. And so you are. It's a lovely smell in this place, and it smells wafting into the street and enticing people in. So, how much bread would you like?
I would like as much as I can carry. There's a lot of very hungry people out there.
Well, I can give you baskets if you wish to carry a lot.
Oh, thank you. That would be wonderful.
So he gives you a great big basket, which could carry probably about 40 loaves, 40 baguettes.
Brilliant. I am going to fill it up with baguettes, and then I'm going to
Okay.
grab a couple of pastries, which I'm going to slip into my side bag.
Okay, and that'll be 10 gold pieces.
Yep, I will pay 10 gold pieces.
Oh, that's a pleasure doing business with you, madam. And are you having a get together or party?
No, this is for the starving on the streets.
Oh, well, I suppose.
And
Not concerned what you do with it.
and I'll tell everyone that this delicious bread came from your shop.
Right, you are, as long as they can. Don't tell that old man over there because he's smelly.
Okay.
You really can't remember what he did there, can you, Womble?
I'm pretty sure I did some sort of cantrip to make it smell terrible.
You did, yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said, about 30 feet away. I was looking to do it again. Clearly,
He's actually in a shop behind a door, so you are the other side of the street.
Yeah.
You could do it again if you wished.
I'm quite far away now. I'm near a horse trough, just standing there.
And you see Lily come out carrying this enormous basket full of warm bread, and you can see it steaming in this cold winter's day. And the smell is divine.
And I'm going to hand Womble and everyone else one of the pastries.
Okay.
Lovely, thank you.
Dak, it's a bit underdone for your taste.
Yeah, it always seems to be the same.
Oh, can I do a quick roll to see if I would know tieflings have a particular taste in things?
Just Dak does.
Is it just Dak? Fair
yeah,
enough.
just me.
Thank you. Lily, what's your deal, if you don't mind me asking?
My deal?
Yeah, you're just following us around.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can go if you want.
No. I just. Are you looking to become a member of the Waffle House, or?
You'd
Yeah.
let me join, but you're famous.
Well, it's not just. It's a group
Infamous.
decision.
There is a difference.
What? Oh, yeah, that's very good. That's a very good point, Jordan. It's more of a group decision. But what do you bring to the table? You know, Brick seems to bring
Bricks.
smashing things.
And
to
as you say that,
places.
Brick, you've got this in your hand. You have this little tartlet thing. Not sure Brick has ever seen anything like this before, so doesn't quite know what to do with it.
What do I do with this?
Eat it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you just stuff it in your gob.
Yeah, that'll do. There's like savoring it and enjoying the. Yeah, don't worry. Just.
It's a bit unsatisfying. It's very small and it's not meat or anything, so it's a bit. It doesn't really do you any good. Doesn't. It's not really your thing.
Well, I can do a couple of things. And you see, she flicks her fingers for a second, and a globule of light appears in her palm. Oh, and I can do this. And she stops on the floor, and there's a very small, what feels like a very small earthquake in the area.
Jesus Christ!
And of course, I'm very good at fixing.
And actually, around you, you can hear people screaming again. Oh, they're coming back!
Yeah, maybe we'll finish the show and tell there.
And as nothing happens, you can hear the screams gradually over the next 1 or 2 minutes sort of die down.
Okay, well, I mean, you certainly seem to have some skills. It's pretty simple. It's kind of an unspoken thing, so this is probably the first time we've ever really said it. But it basically we just hang out together, try and do some good. We split whatever money comes our way, and we just generally try and be good people, other than when it's advantageous not to be, and then we're not.
Well, that sounds great. Mostly,
that's about it, really.
Frankly, I'm kind of relieved. I've been posted here to help keep an eye on the Church of the Raven Queen, and well, after spending a couple of months with them, they're a bit of a dour lot, rather depressing, really. But there's nothing shifty about them. They seem very, well, for lack of a better word, dedicated. So, a change of pace would be wonderful.
Well, I don't have a problem with that, as long as you understand that sometimes it can be dangerous. That's fine by me.
And how exciting! I've never travelled with one of the demon folk before. I'm sorry. Or do you prefer tiefling?
I prefer Dak.
Of course.
That's okay.
And she says in Celestial, which I believe Dak understands.
Yeah.
It's rare to meet someone who can speak Celestial.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't speak it well. It's just kind of what I picked up when I was younger.
You sell yourself short. You sound like a native speaker.
I'm not so sure about that, but thank you.
Because anybody else speaks Celestial?
No, but I look interested at them speaking this language.
Right. So Brick's standing there just nodding his head.
Pretty much.
And sort of picking jam off his side of his face from his pastry. So can you make a deception roll for me, please?
Who, me?
Yeah.
All right. 7.
So Dak seems to be nodding at all the wrong times in your conversation. So you feel he probably hasn't a clue what you're talking about. Not Dak. Sorry, Brick seems to be nodding at all the wrong times in your conversation, and he's clearly listening to something else and not joining in at all. That could
That's
have been
quite
very funny. Okay, so you are where are you walking your way down to? So
Veerkrog.
So Lily is, there are now a gaggle of children following around, almost like feeding ducks. They are there and they get given bits of bread. And you can see a slight look of disappointment in some of them, but some of them are just grateful for anything to eat.
If you're hungry, you eat it.
They are hungry. Thank you, lady. Thank you, lady. And they'll say, thank you, lady. They all come up and say, thank you. Do you know anywhere we can stay tonight? Our homes are no more. They are burnt through.
I'm sorry, I don't know Imon that well, but I do know that your friend, the Dragon Man, has something planned. Something good.
Oh, Dragon Man, he's got sweeties.
He does have sweeties.
So they take the food and they sort of run off to try and find alleyways and places to put themselves up for the night. And you keep wandering back. Are you going back to the Veerkrog or are you going elsewhere?
I think we can make our way back to the inn, unless anyone's got anything else
Okay.
on their mind.
Somebody wants to go to Ashtax, yeah?
Yeah, just if I just want to run there, grab a hill giant strength potion or a strength potion at all.
Or poison, or whatever he's
Or
concocted.
whatever, yeah, whatever potions Ashtak has got.
Okay, so you turn round and you walk back through to Abdar's Promenade, and you see this rundown building there. One of the windows has been broken, and there is you see clearly the smoke inside coming out of the window. And you open the door. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, hello. Oh, and leaping over the counter, you see this goblin figure with a long beard, which is shriveled at the end, and he's wearing protective goggles this time. His hair on his head is burnt off and just short and just a little bit, frazzled hair, and he's got large ears which are covered in soot. He's wearing a pinny which is black covered. Yes, hello. Yes, I've just had another successful thing. Oh, it's you. It's the Waffle House, and your friend Eric. Was it Fabius? It was Fabius, wasn't it? He did deceive me somewhat. Oh, and hello. Oh, hello, lady, and hello, sir. So he goes up to you, Brick. Yes, hello. I'm Ashtak the Goblin, and holds out a sooty hand to you. He's about 3 foot tall, so he's under half your size. And he looks right up. You stand almost on your feet and looks right up your nose almost. Hello, Ashtak the Goblin. What can I get you? I can get you lots of things. I've made some special healers kits for you and for your friend Fabius or Eric or whatever his name is. And what can I get you? Can I make you anything?
Me?
Yes, you. Or anybody. And he turns around.
Now, I was just wondering, would I, obviously I didn't know what the ring was, but do you think he would know what the ring is, this goblin?
You don't know. So this is quite a small little single room. There is a counter behind it. There are a number of potions. Behind the counter there is a curtain, which has got smoke billowing from behind it. And just behind the curtain is slightly open. Behind it you can see a fire and a cauldron and various test tubes and things and racks of chemicals and various assorted things. In this shop there are jars full of bits of newt and bits of eyes of things and something with cobwebs, and behind it there's like those old in the old chemist shops. You have lots of these little walnut drawers and lots of these things all labelled. Doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason behind the labelling though. Yes, I can make you a potion. I can make you a potion that'll make all the girls fancy you.
And how about potions to help us in a fight?
I can do that too. Yes, I can make. I will do that. I will do it. It will cost you 50 gold pieces, and I'll make you a potion that'll help you in a fight.
Okay. I'd sort of turn to the other guys. I don't actually have enough gold on me. After that magic man lied to us all and didn't give us anything, I'm kind of short on gold myself. I've only got 20 or so gold left. Can I take some from a chest?
Oh, I'll give you the
Go
other
for it.
30. It seems like the
Yeah.
least I could do.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, and then I give Goblin 50.
Make you do better in a fight. Let me have a look. Yes, possibly. Yes. Okay, and he goes to one drawer and he takes out some black powder, and he puts it into a cup. And he goes to another drawer and he takes out some red powder and puts it into a cup. Another drawer he takes out a bit of bark, and then another drawer is a leaf. After all, he's got about 12 things in there, and he goes, right, I will be. Have you given him the money, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. This will probably help you in a fight. Yes. Or get you into a fight or something like that. And he goes behind the curtain and he goes, yes. Yeah, and you can hear him chuckling to himself. Yes, put this in. And every once in a while you hear this. Yes, a bit more of this. What was my special ingredient last time? And after about half an hour, he comes out. It looks like his face is completely blackened now, and he takes off his glasses, and you just see this green skin under the glasses. Yes, here I have something which I think will help you get into a fight. And you can see he's got it's a wine bottle, and he's scrabbled off the label with a pencil, and he's written on it fight potion. And in this bottle you see this milky coloured liquid, and inside there's a few little red dots floating in it. This is great. I think this is one of my best ones ever. Yes, you've had some of my potions before, and they've been fantastic, haven't they?
Oh yes, hashtag. They've been amazing.
Okay. Can somebody just roll a 6-sided dice for me, please? Connor, Brick, you rolled a 6-sided dice for me, please.
Yeah, no worries. 5.
Okay. Okay. So you've got this potion in front of you. He says, there we go. That's 50 gold pieces. Well spent. Now, can I make anything for anybody else? And he looks around.
Yes.
Oh, I could sell something. I've made some of these things behind. And on the shelf behind him, you can see a couple of more potions in different shaped bottles of various descriptions. And clearly, he just gets old bottles and he puts other stuff in it. There's one in particular which is a slight red hue to it. There's one which is blue, and almost little bubbles sort of popping as you look at it.
Hashtag.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi. You're Mr. Womble.
Yeah, I've still got to look at your funny head that you gave me. But in other news, I don't suppose you have any.
You still got that?
I do.
That came to me in a dream. That head. I don't know how it came to me, but he was suddenly there, and the dream said I had to give it to you. So I did.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I'm just hoping, Hashtag, if you have any potions to increase your strength, as you want to do a toast to our good friend Eric.
Yes. Increase your strength.
Yes.
Let me have a look. This one here. Oh, well, actually, and he gets under the counter and he brings out a bottle, which again, it looks like a wine bottle. This sort of makes you sort of stronger.
Take it.
Okay. Well, it's actually mine.
We'll take it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And if you see, you look at this bottle in front of you, and it's got a label on it, which says whiskey. With an E.
Awesome. Hashtag whiskey.
This makes you strong. Well, I think it makes you stronger. I think when I had some of this before, I felt very strong afterwards.
Well, we'll take it. Hashtag.
Okay.
How much? How much do I owe you, my good friend?
Well, for my bottle of whiskey,
Yeah.
That cost me 20 gold pieces, so I will sell it to you for 25.
Sure. I'm not going to argue with you, hashtag not today. And one more when asked, he'll just mage hand into the trunk,
Ooh,
get 25
look at
gold
that.
out, put it on.
Into what? What do you mage hand it into?
Into the chest of gold. So
Okay,
undo the
well, wait.
latch.
Well, it actually okay. So you put it in there, and it's sort of you lay it down, and it's a slight glow. It looks like whiskey you've had before.
Nice.
And you give him the money. Yes, thank you very much. And he puts it in a pouch on his side. Yes, you're always a very good customers of mine. And actually now you notice behind him there is this sign saying as patronised by the Waffle House. And you've seen this sign before.
Hashtag.
Yes, that's me.
That sign behind you.
Yes.
Are you sure you're patronised by us, the Waffle House?
Yes,
What makes you think that?
because you come here and I'm your pay. You buy things for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I-
we can. Yeah.
I went to Bartley Thistlepot and he did the sign for me.
Bartley
said-
Thistlepot.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. We'll have words with him. Thank you, hashtag.
Yes, he was working on something for your Dragonborn friend.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But he did this one for me especially.
Oh, how kind of him. Well, thank you, hashtag. That's everything. And just to let you know as well, you might not see Eric anymore around here.
Okay. Oh, that's a pity because he did like. I've got loads of supplies for him.
Yeah, so you might need to do those healer kits for him anymore. Unless Lily, do you have you met hashtag before, Lily?
No, hello. Mr.
Hello,
Hashtag.
hello, lady. And he bows really low, so low actually that his nose scrapes the floor. And then he looks up. He tilts his head and looks up. Hello, lady.
Hi there. There's no need to bow.
I'm Ashtak, the goblin. And he takes your hand, and he tries to kiss your hand, and he just ends up by just smudging soot all over your pristine hands.
Oh, thank you, hashtag.
Well, yeah, you're welcome, my lady. Oh, ladies, nice. Do you want any of my lovely potions?
Sure. They said something about healer supplies. I could always use some more of those.
Yes, I do. I had some from Eric. Or was it Fabius? Or you very confused me with that. And look over here. And he goes in. There's this pile of debris in the corner, and he sort of literally jumps head first into it, and comes out with bits and pieces. He says, "Yes, I can put your stuff together to help you to help you make people better. Are you a healing type person?"
Yes, I
He
am.
looks over his shoulder as he's talking to you. Yes, you want some of this and some of this, and as before, you can buy a healer's kit from him, but it's twice the weight as normal, and it's got lots of random things in it. As long as bandages, there was a sort of a strange looking fungus. You don't quite know what it does, but it's a strange looking fungus. There was a bat's wing in there, a few bits of cobweb, and a strange looking piece of wood, as well as all the normal things that you would expect in a healer's kit. And he just bundles it all in. There we go, and he wraps it up in a sort of like a blanket, ties it at the top, and gives it to you. That's 50 gold pieces.
Yes, of course. And I will give him 50 gold pieces.
Thank you very much. Oh, she's very nice, isn't she? He goes up to Jordan and goes, "She's very nice." Is she with you?
Well, she's hanging around with us at the moment, yes.
Really? Oh. I'm going to go nudge, wink, wink there, but I better not.
I am feeling immensely peer pressured by this dude. I can't deal with him.
So obviously you realise now that he's a very misogynist person.
Yeah.
Have you seen before when he's been trying to sell some of his potions? Can I introduce you to any of my other potions?
What does the red and the blue potion do? Sorry,
the
Lily,
red
you were
one.
gonna say
This
something.
red one. Now this is a special one I made. This is a potion which actually can heal injury. I think it does. That's what I wanted it to do, but I haven't tried it yet.
How much?
That one will be 50 gold pieces.
Can our resident Healy person, Lily, would you like to sample these to see what they do? Would you know?
Yes, of course, if you want.
If you try, you buy.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, but you let us tried it before, hashtag.
Yeah, I know, but I'm running a bit short of funds, and I've had to repair my building because it got damaged.
Yeah, but
I
she's
keep-
a lady.
My windows keep breaking. I don't know why.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. 50 gold pieces. Does anyone object to that?
Nah.
Go for it.
Yeah. Another 50 gold pieces.
There we go. So he gets down this bottle, this red liquid bottle. Okay. Do you? He gives it to you, Lily. Lady, do you want to try it? Oh yes, of course you do. Of course you do. Yeah. Do you want it? You probably don't need it now because you look like in good health, but you could try a little sample. Now you pay for it.
I look immensely uncomfortable, but it's very difficult to say no with this many people watching. So,
Okay.
We don't know her, so it's
so I will give it a try, whatever this potion does.
Okay. Could you roll a 1d6 for me, please?
1d6.
Yeah.
Just
5.
be glad he didn't say
Five.
100.
Okay. Yeah. You feel that actually that morning when you were after your breakfast, you'd injured your finger slightly, a paper cut, and you could just feel it. That little paper cut just healed itself.
Oh, it heals. That's very nice.
So it's a potion of healing.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Mr. Womble.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
It's
And I will,
great, isn't it? I can make another one. I can make another one for you.
sure, well, I'm afraid I don't have much money left, but maybe next time.
Yes, maybe next time I can make lots and lots of lovely potions.
We'll come back another time, hashtag. Thank you.
Oh, lovely. So you've also got the potion that Brick bought. Are you going to try that one as well, or are you just going to just randomize it and see what happens when you try it?
Oh god.
So you
I-
rolled
I-
for it, haven't you?
Yeah, did I? Yeah, I think I did. A 5. Some white liquid with red bits in it.
Yep.
Don't really know what that is, but
Give it a
Go
go.
on, Breed.
Try
I
it,
try it.
Brick.
I try a little bit.
Okay. It tastes slightly bitter. You're not sure what it's doing to you. You don't feel any harm, which is always a good start with hashtag. I told you, look, it makes you better. It helps you in a fight or get into a fight or something. Do you like it?
I'm not sure. It's very bitter.
But do you like my potions though? Do you think they're great?
Let me try this one in a fight, and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. Okay. And then you feel the effect sort of gradually just dissipate off from that little taste that you had. So you're not quite sure what it does.
Definitely a potion of rage.
Okay. Anything else? I can make another potion. I can make my special.
Anyone else wants anything in here? I think we've got other things to get on with, hashtag. But thank you.
Oh, fantastic! I'll carry on brewing. I've got something that's been brewing at least for the last week. I'll keep going to that. And he goes bye bye, and he hushes you out to the door and closes it behind you. And he goes behind the curtain, and you can hear about 5 minutes later, as you're walking down the high street, behind you, you can hear a and it's almost like a mushroom cloud of smoke comes up from roughly where his shop is.
We know it's going to be an explosive potion, but even Ashtak is wearing PPE.
Yeah.
So he almost looks like a minion. Okay, so that's hashtag. So yes. Oh, sorry, he's gone now. So you're in the street. You've got your potion bottle with you.
Oh my god! I could not deal with that. No, with that goblin.
He's a weird one, isn't
He wouldn't leave me alone.
he? Yeah, I get the impression he probably hasn't dealt with or even seen many women, to be honest.
I can understand why behaving like that.
Well, if it makes you uncomfortable, there's nothing to say you've got to go back in there again. I generally wait outside.
No, I don't want to cause any problems.
Okay, so,
Don't worry.
so you're walking down down the street, and or you're going back to the Via Crook, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you get there. It is winter. It is starting to get dark, and you get to the Via Crook, and you see outside now the Via Crook. Underneath it says as frequented by the Waffle House.
Oh God,
And
it's
you can see,
everywhere.
and you can see there's quite a lot of people inside. And you go into the inn, and you see Marsh behind the Here they are, the heroes of the city, the Waffly House. No, Waffle House. Yes, Waffle House. Here they go, and you can see there's about 50 people in there, all turn, and they oh, well done, well done. And there's a bard in the corner start playing tunes, and you can see there's a lot of ale being consumed here. And a rather drunk elf comes up to you, of an elderly elf who's like greyness in his hair. Says, "I think you've saved the city. Well done. Let me buy you a drink."
Are the Rolling Stones anywhere in here?
Sorry.
Are the Rolling Stones anywhere in here?
Make a perception roll.
Perception. 16.
You do not see them.
Okay.
And all these people in here, they start milling around you and patting you in the back, and you were handed sort of casks of ale, flagons of ale. And the bard stops and says, "The Waffle House are here. They will now tell us how they saved the city." And the whole inn goes quiet. It goes quiet. And there's a ring around you now of these people all looking at you expectantly, waiting for you to tell them a tale. You have no idea what Marshall has been saying to them. And you all stand there, surrounded, a little bit like Aragorn and in the end of in the Return of the King, when all the goblins around them. You see all these people in the end around you with ale in their hand, waiting for a story.
Okay, well, we'll tell you the story once, but that's it.
Yay! Hey!
Marshall, get us drinks, will you?
Well, you've already got them. You've been given them. They've been put in your
I know,
hands.
I'm going to need plenty more by the time we got through this story.
Okay, so Marshall, Gladys comes along with a pitcher of ale. She says, "Heroes of the city, lovely." And she goes, she puts this ale into your tankard, and she goes and stands beside Brick.
Very good. Right, well then I guess...
How uncomfortable is Brick by this?
Brick, how uncomfortable are you at the moment?
But this
First
is
of all,
a little...
could you just make a perception roll for me, please?
Oh no. Okay.
It's about to become very uncomfortable.
16. Is that no? That's the wrong one. 18.
18.
There you go.
18. Okay, well, you don't notice her there. She's sort of just parked herself right next to you, and her arm slips around your waist. And then you feel a squeeze, and you look down, and Gladys is looking up at you.
Push it like.
Could you make
like
a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Am I seeing
Oh,
it?
wrong
We'll
one.
see
Hang on, that's
that.
wisdom. Hang on, that's
Could
wrong
you
one.
those who want to can make perception rolls.
I'm going to make a perception roll for
Yeah,
this.
Personally.
Wisdom saving roll. 10.
It's a 19 for me.
12 from Womble. Oh, it's performance, sorry. Perception.
Yeah, I did the
It's a
same.
4.
I can't see anything.
Okay, so Lily, you see the other half orc standing there with his sword by his side, shield on his back, looking slightly uncomfortable in this inn with this attention, with the small dwarf around with her arm around his waist. looking up at him, and you could see that there's magic between the two of them. Literally magic between the two of them.
Literally magic. Brick looks rather uncomfortable, so I'm going to grab.
Actually, he looks now really like he's quite enjoying it.
Do I
What?
recognize this?
Make a Arcana roll, please.
Can do. 17.
Thank God.
You see that there has been a glamour put on Brick by Gladys.
What I am going to do then is I'm going to go over to Brick. I'm going to grab his wrist. I'm going to say,
So, Brick, you are charmed by Gladys now.
Jesus. It's so bad.
Are we actually going to do anything with this adventure or not?
Not
I
tonight.
think someone will be.
I haven't even gotten past the first page.
okay, cool.
I haven't even gotten to the first page. Okay, so Gladys is standing with her arms around you, and you looking down, and she looks, you know, actually the beard is quite fetching, and she feels like, you know, she looks lonely, and you need some succor, and she's a friend.
I am going to just quietly move over, and then I'm going to pinch her upper arm very hard.
Okay.
Okay, could
Try
you make an attack roll for me, please,
yes, I can.
with strength, please?
With strength. Oh, I would love to.
This is great.
That's an 8.
Okay, so you go to pinch her arm, and actually all you get is a little bit of some of her leather jerkin that she has, and Brick, Gladys, she's really lovely.
Oh shit.
This new girl who's just joined your group is trying to pinch her.
Oh my God, no, this is bad.
You wanted to join this group.
All we do.
We waffle.
What
I
are you gonna
know.
do?
Oh, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just going to look at her quite confused,
Okay.
like wondering what the hell she's doing.
Okay. Well, she didn't hurt Gladys, but
Yeah,
you're not quite sure what she was
Visually,
doing.
visibly quite obvious that she's not even. Gladys probably hasn't even noticed.
Gladys noticed, but she's just shrugged it off.
I'm going to try one other thing and see if it works.
So whilst this is going, what are the rest of you doing? So-
Dak is telling the bar a story.
Okay, could you make a performance roll for me, please?
Sure. Performance.
I
Where
will
is that?
help in that performance. I'll be sort of agreeing with everything he says and exaggerating it as well.
Now, Womble, you going to do anything to help, or are you just?
Wobble's keeping an eye on what Lily's doing. She's just
You,
got
didn't, you, in fact, you failed your perception roll, so you don't know what Lily's doing.
What Lily's doing. I would see a kind of a clunkering. I can't remember what race you are now. Person going off to our loved and esteemed bartender, but also knowing what she's like, our bartender.
Well, you made your perception roll of 4, so you're actually more concentrating on what Dak's doing and his and also the ale around you, so you don't really notice that.
Can we
Probably
say
set
I have
fire
one
to
eye
Zodan's.
split? Yeah, I've got my eyes split. One on Lily, one on what's going on. So I'm looking at
You rolled 4 on your perception, so no.
Oh,
So one will
you're
sit in the corner
listening.
going, eyes drifting either way.
Can I guidance myself for this?
You can.
I would definitely like to do that because I do not have a good feeling about this. Oh, is that with advantage as well?
Yeah,
of
because you're
Jordan?
being helped. So Jordan is helping you tell the story.
Nice. Well, that's 23 then.
Oh, well, this is a story which is full of. You actually really quite surprise yourself here because you're not very comfortable in this. Both you and Jordan are not very comfortable in this sort of crowded setting, being the centre of attention. But you actually start sort of getting into this and telling the story and exaggerating a lot, and obviously you play up your role in all of this,
The alcohol helps.
and the alcohol certainly helps. And sorry, I'll just see what that says. So the alcohol often helps, and actually the audience are getting really into it, and you can see the bard there making mental notes on this. What has he sent me? Oh, sorry. Okay, so so you make mental notes of this. You make and the story carries on, and actually you get plied with ale, and it takes about an hour to tell the story. And by the end of the time, you are the heroes of the town. And actually, you've noticed there's another 20 people in here, and they are all drinking ale, and Marshall is coining it in. And Gladys stays with all the time. She stays with Brick. And actually, could you all make perception rolls for me, please? Apart from Brick.
Oh shit.
Yes, Ben. Yes.
9.
14.
I was going to say, I bet I can sort of imagine the bard singing songs of.
Okay, well, Dak, Dak and Lily both notice that Brick and Gladys, during this storytelling, sort of move off and go off somewhere else.
As Gladys is leaving.
Yep.
I know. Do I notice this? I do notice.
Yes, you did. Yes, you noticed this. Yeah, it's not difficult. He's a big half orc, so it's not difficult unless you're Womble not to see this.
All of the windows and doors slam open in the tavern.
Okay, in the tavern, they slam open, do they?
They all slam open.
And this is during the storytelling that Dak and Jordan are doing, and actually this adds drama and excitement, which is why they got a 23 on the performance roll to the story. With it, this is the dragon bellowing and all the windows open and people jump and they just applaud even more.
And as everyone's jumping, I surreptitiously drop my mug of ale, and it just happens to pour all over Gladys.
Well, they've moved off by then.
Oh, damn it!
Yep, they've moved off.
It's happening. Make peace with it.
Yeah, you can. You can go after them and do that if you wish.
Oh, mate, I'd be worried about what sort of state they'd be in.
I'm going to be emotionally scarred, mate.
Does Womble see any of this happen?
Oh, this is so funny.
Okay, well, you're doing anything else?
Yes, I am going to tell Womble and say, Womble, I don't know what to do. He looked really uncomfortable.
So Womble, you've been
I'm zoned out.
You're completely enjoying this performance, and Lily's actually joined in with the blowing open the doors and the windows and things, and then she comes up to you and says what she just said. And
don't burn down the inn.
Sorry, Brick's gone where? With what?
That dwarf woman cast some sort of charm spell on him and took him somewhere else. I think she's doing nasty things to him.
Not again. Do you want to come upstairs with me, Lily? Or do you know which way they went?
Yeah, I'm assuming I saw where they went.
They were going up slowly going up the stairs.
Yes, I will go with Womble.
And Brick was going voluntarily, so she was leading him by the hand up the stairs.
But I know he's been charmed.
He's under a glamour, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just make a note there. I just noticed. I'm glad that you mentioned about going upstairs. That we'd gone upstairs because I genuinely thought one would just try to pull one on Lily for a moment. It's like, I don't know what's wrong with him. Do you want to go upstairs?
Oh wow!
Womble's married. Thank you very much.
He's a smooth operator by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I'm going to follow Womble's lead. He seems like the man of the plan.
Okay.
Sure.
So what are you going to do? So Brick, you're now on top of the stairs, and the Gladys takes you into a chamber and closes the door behind you both.
Okay.
One will make really loud noise and shout, Brick, come here! I've got something for you, Brick. I really need your help right now.
Okay, so you are going to have you are in the thralls of L'Amour with this beautiful dwarven lady. And some of these new people you come across are starting to annoy you a bit by trying to get in the way a bit. So Womble is jumping up and down and making noises outside the room.
I'm gonna join Womble because he seems to know what he's doing.
So I need to. I guess I go and see what. Would I go out and see what the commotion is?
Yeah, I think you're probably a bit miffed.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you-
So yeah.
Okay.
So I'll go outside. And go. What do you want?
Hi. Hey, Brick. Brick.
Yes.
I've got something really important for you. Can you just come here for a second, please? Are you?
What is it?
Are you?
A brick. What is
doing
it?
The night, the Gladys.
What?
Are you doing it? The Gladys tonight.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, let me just help you because there's something which is really really important that you will need for this. And Womble will you need to be willing. And Womble will touch Brick on the shoulder, and he'll cast polymorph on him. Only if you're willing.
Okay,
Would Brick be willing?
Would Brick be willing? He's charmed. This doesn't seem aggressive, so probably he would be.
Yeah.
Okay, so cast
okay.
polymorph. So what does polymorph do to him?
Turns him into a duck. It's one of the few things that Womble knows that exists in this planet.
Okay. So you hear Gladys say, Brick, Brick.
Quack.
And you see this duck suddenly on the floor there, and it's a duck which is frightened, and it starts flapping its wings and trying to get away. And just downstairs where Dak and Jordan are just at the climax of the dragon and the fire kraken and how they destroy the Falstaff, this duck jumps down the stairs and flies around the tavern main room, causing havoc. And flying around and just knocking people's beer glasses over and destroying the performance. It's a duck flying around, and so the people are sort of not quite sure what to make of it, and then go, "Oh God!"
Grab the duck.
So Dak
Anyone?
and Jordan, you see this duck sort of destroying your performance, sort of crashing your party.
He's going to look at Jordan and just say, Womble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm very glad you
Yeah.
guys have decided to do that and realise it is one board, not to shoot me down.
It's a duck. It has to be Womble.
Okay,
There's no
did-
other logical explanation.
Could you just both make intelligence rolls for me, please? Dak and Jordan, intelligence rolls, please.
5.
7.
It ain't Jordan. It's duck. Somebody's let a duck out to destroy your performance. And this is the best feeling you've had in this sort of environment ever. You know, you've had the crowd in the palm of your hands, and just at the climax of your performance, this duck comes in and ruins it.
Fine. I'm going to frostbite the duck.
Oh, you bastard.
I was saying I'm tempted
So
to get the
what's he got to do?
DC 14 Constitution save.
Constitution save. Okay, so this duck's flying in the air, and it suddenly turns into a block of ice and crashes onto the floor, the ice shatters into 1,000 pieces, and then there is Brick on the floor there. Brick, could you make a saving throw for me, please? Wisdom
Yeah.
saving throw.
Wisdom. Okay.
I'm gonna try to find duck stats.
No!
5.
Okay, so you're on the floor now.
You've got Indomitable. Don't forget about it.
I can't find it.
That's
Do
good.
I?
Yeah, you're a fighter. You can choose to re-roll failed save.
It's not on my list for some reason.
Oh,
I don't.
Is that a level 9 skill?
Well, it's not on my list at the moment, so I'm assuming so because I can't see the whole list.
I thought you should have that actually by now.
oh yeah, no. I tell you what, you're entirely right. It is a level 9 skill.
Right, okay.
I was going to say I remember reading it, but I didn't. I haven't seen it on my list because it adds it automatically, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Brick,
Yeah.
you had this strange vision of flying and around this room, around people's heads, and now you're lying on the floor in the bar with people standing around you who a little bit, they're not quite sure what to make of it, and then the bar just goes, "Oh, bravo, bravo!" And people think it's part of the show, and they start applauding you. Your beloved is waiting for you.
Oh no. So that hasn't made any difference at all.
No, because you failed your saving throw again.
Oh Jesus!
Now, you're not quite sure what you're doing here. It's a bit beyond you while you're here, but Gladys is waiting for you.
I go back upstairs.
Grab him! Duck! Gordon!
I'm
Lily,
telling the
grab him!
story.
You finished the story. Grab him!
No, I haven't. I'm getting to the best bit.
We were just about to finish a story until all this happened.
And one will just forcefully cast upon him once more.
After the drama of 2 weeks ago and the immense emotion of last week, we've now got Keystone Cops
DuckTales.
back to form.
Sounds more like Catch the Pigeon, doesn't it?
We're trying to save Brick from being violated.
It's a fate worse than death.
That's why I'm so worried.
Last attempt, one will cast polymorph on Brick forcefully. So if you could make a, I think it's a wisdom saving
Wisdom
throw
saving throw for me, please.
with advantage.
I am
believe.
going to help Wobble with this. Can you do? I'm going to cast Bane on Brick.
Oh, for God's sake.
Right, just tell me what I need to roll.
First of all, a wisdom saving throw against
15.
Lily's DC.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
it's
that
a-
with it?
it-
Was
it-
that with advantage? Was it? I
It's
think someone said.
it's charisma actually.
A
rather
charisma,
than
a charisma saving throw.
Okay, that's normal or advantage. Sorry.
normal.
Normal.
Normal. Okay.
Oh damn! Brick with the charisma. Yeah, that saves.
And then can we do a wisdom saving throw against 15, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fails.
I don't know. I didn't know in this situation whether I should be trying to aim to roll high or not. To be honest, I don't know which side it means.
It doesn't matter. This is very entertaining. So you failed. So what does he turn into?
Yet again, he turns into a duck, but one will grabs him.
Well, hold it. So he turns into a duck, and then because people there say, a were-duck.
Oh no!
And there's a stampede and panic, and people start to run out of the building. Ah, it was a were-duck. They saw this duck fly over, crash, turn into this grey beast with tusks, and then turn into a duck again. And so very quickly, this bar area is emptied, apart from the bard sitting there. Innumerable turned over tables and chairs. Marshall standing there looking at you quite angrily. I was on for a winner there. And there's a duck sort of quacking around the floor going, "Quack, quack, 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 quack." There's been a lot of peanuts and things have been dropped on the floor, and so the duck is actually busily eating them.
I'm going to help Wobble with this. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on him and give him Cat's Grace. So you'd have advantage on all dexterity checks, and you don't take any fall damage from 20 feet or less.
Okay, so the duck, Brick the duck. You, as a duck, you see this large elderly person coming up to try and catch you. Could you make a athletics roll, please?
Athletics.
Womble to try and catch the duck.
Oh.
Try and grapple
Certainly.
the duck.
So, what am I making? Sorry.
Athletics.
Oh damn! I should
Athletics.
have given you Bull's strength.
There we go. It's a 4.
And Brick, could you do an athletics or acrobatics roll, please? But it would be it'll be acrobatics with +1 to it.
Okay, no problem.
DM, I've just
So
put in
plus
chat-
1 to that, so it'd be 10.
10. Okay, so Womble, you throw yourself at the floor to try and wrestle this duck, and it just flies away and poops on you as you leave. Sorry, Womble, you were saying something.
Sorry, DM. I've in the chat. I don't know if you would allow this, but he's not just a duck. He is the duck of many things, which in Womble's eyes is the duck of, the dungeon delving duck is how I would envision it. So if you'd like to have a look at that at any point, versus a normal duck stats, it's quite beefy.
Is this to say you don't?
It's not a
accidentally
normal,
kill
but the
me?
duck of many. What is a duck of many things?
I have no idea. I just searched for D&D 5e duck, went to images, and this is the first thing that came up.
It has to be a beast which you've seen before. It has to be a beast.
Oh,
So it has to be a proper duck.
I like the
Yeah.
homebrew of the goose from the Goose Game.
So,
that's right next to it.
basically, there's this like sort of Aylesford runner duck. So they're running around now. Womble on the floor, chasing after it. Dak and Jordan, what are you doing?
Frostbite.
Oh, Dak, stop!
Okay, could you? Roll,
I'm incredibly inebriated at this
and-
point.
and then I'll-
could you roll a DC? Could you roll a Constitution? Constitution?
Can Womble reaction to that and counterspell it?
You can counterspell it, yeah.
So it's a 3rd level spell, so it'll instantly stop the.
Okay,
counter.
so so this frostbite just dissipates on your the ends of your hands. Attack.
Oh,
And there I am with the frostbite fading. I'm just going to reach behind and start drawing an arrow and to put into the bow.
if Womble has chance, he'll start readying a fireball. It's like,
Oh shit!
stop, guys! Stop!
What is going on?
I've not a clue.
This entire situation could have been avoided if I just prepared Dispel Magic.
Why do you keep
Dak,
turning Brick
Jordan.
into a duck?
Because the
He's been
crazy
roofied.
barmaid has seduced him. This is the only way to save his innocence.
Whack, whack.
Well, at least you turn him into a rabbit then.
Didn't she seduce him the other night as well?
No, I stopped it!
Oh,
So Brick, Brick the duck, what are you doing? You're running around.
I mean, I'm just running around quacking, mate. I'm loving it. Is seed on the floor?
Okay, yeah, and you
These
jump
are
up
bread.
onto, you jump up onto the bar, and there is you there's some bits of cheese there which you start nibbling at.
They like a bit of cheese.
Yep. And then what are the rest of you doing? Jack and Jordan.
Trying to catch Dak. Jordan, Brick, sorry.
I'm
So-
following this duck with the longbow. whilst
so
listening
hang on.
to what I'm saying
So
about it.
so Brick gets seduced by the barmaid, and your first thought is turn him into a duck.
He was going unwillingly. We all know what she's like.
Yeah, but a duck.
This is the dungeon delving duck. This is the mightiest duck of all of them. I couldn't think of anything better than a dungeon delving duck. What would you suggest, Dak? Oh, I could have done a wolf or a lion.
Why didn't
Damn
you just
it.
go and why don't you just go and speak to the barmaid and just confront her?
So, can I just clarify this?
I don't deal well with the
can
confrontation.
Or I cannot shoot the duck.
You cannot.
Apparently, we can't shoot the duck.
Not.
Ah,
I should not be acting like the adult here, guys. Eerie music plays from nowhere.
Oddly nostalgic.
It's just turned into the Three Stooges.
It feels that way, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
goodness gracious me! This
So-
has just gone very badly pear-shaped.
So what for the next hour? Brick's a duck,
Hour.
and
yes.
then what? And then what?
Hopefully the spell
We
affecting him
just
wears off.
Yep. Or we tie him down and put him in a hole somewhere.
Oh, you mean tie down the duck that you have so far been unable to catch?
Help me, guys! Please.
I will run with Brick trying. I will run with Womble trying to catch Brick the duck. Bruck.
Brock.
Okay, so this duck is running around this bar, being chased by Womble, who is being chased by Lily, who is being pursued by Dak with his frostbite spell. Marshall is just standing there, not knowing what's going on. Gladys the dwarf is standing on the top of the stairs, looking down, just very, very confused. And and Jordan, you've just drawn an arrow.
yeah. Trying to take out the duck. But I've been
Okay.
told I can't, so I've sort of started
Alright.
to put it away a bit.
Oh, okay, right. You guys just try to non-lethally catch the duck. I'm going to go and talk to Marshall.
Okay, so you're going to try and catch this duck, yeah?
Yes.
So can you all have to make? Can you all make athletic rolls, please?
Can I help Lily on this instead?
Yes, you can. Yes,
Um,
yes, you can.
22.
wow, Lily, I am helping you, if at all possible.
Oh, fantastic! Good idea. Cool. So is that athletics or strength? Did he say?
It's athletics.
That is a 4 or 10.
Okay, and Dak, are you going to help them as well?
No, I'm going to go and talk to Marshall.
Okay, so basically, Jordan, Lily, and Womble would jump on this duck. Brick the duck, can you just make an athletics or acrobatics roll for me, please?
Yeah, I'll do
Please
that.
escape.
Did I escape? Yeah.
Okay, now I just got to see what a duck's sort of stats are.
Well, that duck has +8 strength. +8 athletics.
I've got something lined up, mate. Don't worry.
Dexterity
TPK.
+2. So 21. Oh no, Jordan manages to catch hold of your tail feathers.
Oh, is that
So
range?
there's a scrum. There's 3 of you jumped onto this duck on the floor. And Marshall is now talking to Dak. So you're talking to Marshall.
Yeah.
What your mate's doing?
Yeah. So the here's the thing. The girls you've got here, Gladys, I think her name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
So
nice.
yeah. So I understand that working girls got to make a living, but all of this could have been avoided if she hadn't magicked up Brick. Because now the rest of them are trying to get him out of a situation he's sort of been duped into.
He seemed very willing to me.
Well, yeah, that will tend to happen once someone's put some magic on you. But this whole mess now that's now cleared out your bar has just cost you an awful lot of money in more drinks. So it
Well,
might be worth mentioning to her to...
Well, it's all going your bill, so it's what it cost me a penny. But your friend seemed like he's really was going to enjoy his evening with Gladys. She's lovely.
Yeah, maybe so, but...
You wouldn't know. You're just a eunuch. You wouldn't know. You eunuchs don't understand these things.
do you want to carry on getting our patronage or not?
Well, if you're going to break the place, I'm not sure I do.
Marshall, I'm trying to be straight with you here, but you're not giving me much to work
behind
with.
you just hear.
I was gonna say I'd like to make an intimidation roll based on how much on a scale of Monty Python the rabbit to the malice, to the absolute malice in the dead eyes of the penguin from Wallace and Gromit.
Okay, well, make an intimidation roll for me, please. So roll a d20.
Oh, I was gonna just roll the intimidation. D20. 8.
So passive insight. Basically, this duck is sort of giving you all the eyes, but you've got it, and it's
Yeah.
you know now Jordan, you're holding it upside down, and it's quacking
By both feet.
by both feet. Absolutely.
Yeah. I was looking at Womble and go, and when does this wear off?
Next about an hour.
Get a cage.
Yeah, we need a cage.
I'll say
anyone?
in that sort of, sarcastically annoyed, so just get a cage.
And you can see Dak at the bar talking to Marshall, who's just ever so quietly just getting a piece of paper and just totting up the damage. And you can see the
I'll
bard.
hold the duck up so I can look it in the eyes and go, "This is your fault."
And the bard is standing in the corner, sort of. He's wetting himself with laughter.
He's not the only one.
And the bard coughs. And oh, that's unfortunate. And you can see the duck sort of shimmers slightly, and there's a slight brick face to it, but then it goes back to being a duck again. And the bard is slightly disappointed.
Would Womble
heavy
have picked that up?
No, because you're in the melee with the duck.
Very good point.
But you
Can
still
I try and
got the
feed it
duck.
a leek?
Sorry.
Can I pull out one of the rotten leeks I've got in my bag?
Well,
I haven't
don't
replaced
forget,
them in about 3
we did
weeks.
do that experiment where actually ducks don't like leeks. We did actually do that.
But maybe,
Oh, we did, yeah.
maybe the Brock.
and
Yeah,
Brick,
the
we
Brock.
did actually do that. We did try feeding a duck a leek to see if it worked.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. They don't eat leeks. Lots of things, but not leeks.
Oh,
Um,
man.
Where's this going?
I have no idea.
I don't
This
know.
is spiraled
Can we
so
say,
quickly.
can we
You've got-
say
you've got
an
the
hour
duck.
has passed?
So you got the duck, and you basically holding to this duck, and after a while, it just stops there, and it stops struggling because it can't get away. Gladys sort of goes back into her room and comes down wearing her normal work clothes and starts to clear out the place. And she scowls at you guys. Says, "Where's Brick gone?" Him and
I
I were
saw
back-
you ran off.
He had to fly.
Literally.
um, funny
I
business.
cleared them
You
out.
eunuchs, you're strange. But I better clear this place up. And she starts cleaning up, and you can see she's very, very disappointed.
Yeah,
And
boys, mission accomplished.
Thank God.
so after an hour, are you staying down in the bar area? You help put some of the tables up and stand them up.
I will help tidy up as I
Yeah.
leave this mess.
And actually, most of the chairs are reasonably okay. One of the tables has got a broken leg on it, which Marshall repairs with a hammer and nail. Do you stay downstairs, or do you go back
No,
up?
Womble goes up to one of the rooms with the duck, and hopefully, we're asking Jordan if he could escort Womble and the duck up to a room.
Okay, so you go up to one of the rooms.
Yep. That's it. We're just staying in the room, not
Okay,
letting them
so,
out.
So after an hour, Brick, you are suddenly feel yourself fall onto the floor. Jordan is holding you by your feet, but you're far too heavy, and he just drops you on the floor. And you land on your head.
Back now.
And you're standing there in his room. And you have no idea what's just happened. You have vague recollections of flying around and eating nuts and wanting to eat slugs and things, and you're not quite sure why you're there.
I'll tell you what, this is exactly why I don't drink.
Yeah, best lay off it, isn't that right, Jordan? We've stayed here and looked after you for the past better part of an hour. You might want to keep away from that Gladys lady though. I think she put something funny in her drink. Jordan,
I
luckily
feel
saved
awful.
you.
And because you landed on the floor on your head, actually, could you make an acrobatics roll for me, please?
Yeah. 3.
Okay, so you you've got a real headache. Your head is sort of thumping, and it's because you landed on your head, but you think this is a hangover.
Oh, I feel awful.
Feel a bit queasy. Yeah, your vision's a bit blurred, a bit
You
spinning.
just go to sleep.
Yeah,
Keep
that
it
sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
So, so you take to a cot and you rapidly fall asleep. You have had a number of ales as well, which you're not used to, but also bangs your head, and the glamour from Gladys is worn off.
Thank God for that.
And so it is there's a few patrons start coming into the bar downstairs, but the rest of you have had a difficult day, and so unless you're going to do anything else, you will all go up to your rooms.
Yep, bed sounds good.
Yeah.
You are handed a bill for 50 gold pieces for damage.
Yep. Yeah, I'll pay that.
Okay, and he gets the bill and he just puts it in the fire. And the fire is there. You can see in the corner where the Rolling Stones used to sit. The fire is the table and chairs are empty.
Whatever room Brick is sleeping in, Womble will do the alarm spell.
Okay,
In
so
and
you're going
around
to
that
stay in the
room.
same room, or you're going to have different rooms?
I don't
Same
know
room.
these people that well, so
Yeah,
different with it.
Dak's gonna have his own room tonight. I think peace and quiet after
Okay.
all that commotion.
Okay.
And I do my usual routine just before I go to sleep. I'm going to go to the corner of the room and cast light in the corner,
Yep.
and then go to sleep.
Okay, so the light lasts an hour.
Yep.
And gradually sort of fades away. In the room, you make it sort of the colour sort of waxes and wanes slightly, which is very hypnotic and very pleasant. And you say your good nights to the Dawn Father and reflect on a bizarre day. Jordan and Womble and Brick are in the same room. Womble has been going around the room with a silver thread and attaches a tiny little bell to it and tings it, and it makes a nice tinkling noise. Womble, if you remember last time you did this, you had the volume very, very loud on this bell. Are you going to keep it that sort of volume? Like Big Ben?
Always.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Always.
Okay. And you all take to your cots and sleep. Womble, it's a little bit difficult sleeping because there's no Bazir next to you. You feel that you've got quite used to that cold dragon.
Or Fabius.
Sorry, yeah.
Or Fabius. He was the second go-to. He was the backup.
Don't know how
And
to
they're
take.
both fucking gone.
Don't know how to take that, mate.
Yeah.
Okay. And Dak, you take to your bed and you close your eyes. And it's been a long day.
Mm.
Could you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Sure. 25.
Okay. You find yourself on overlooking a fiery plain with a stream of lava, a river of lava running through the center. In the distance, there are mountains belching smoke. There is a small hill about a mile away. You duck down and you take to the ground, and the hill is out of sight. In front of you, there is a bridge crossing molten lava, and you feel you need to cross the bridge.
Make my way over.
And then you wake up,
Yeah.
very queer, and go back to sleep.
Mm.
And you dream of ducks now, which is normal dreams. And the following morning, you awake, refreshed, and you break your fast in the. Unless you do anything else, you break your fast in the main tavern room. Bread and cheese. Gladys is not there. It's one of the human serving girls there now, the brunette, and she just is very professional, hovers around you, gives you your food and any drinks that you want. Womble, are you sampling tea?
No, why would one want to do that?
Oh, because that's what I made you do last time.
Oh, yes, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Womble has a new a taste for tea. He will certainly be trying the chai tea. that's
Okay,
sitting around.
so
Can I join Womble for tea?
Ah,
okay, so you have this special tea that which is in a pot of Womble's choosing, which I think was it was a rose one, but it could be any pot you choose, and you have tea, and the rest of you have your bread and cheese. Brick, you still feel that the bread is nicer, and it should be sort of cut up, and you almost feel like you should be pecking it off the floor.
I eat it in like break off tiny little bits and just nibble on the grains.
Yeah, and when you eat it, what you do, you literally when you put it in your mouth and you throw your head back and you just see it go down your throat.
Quacking good toast.
Womble will shed a tiny tear.
And you share your breakfast, and then the day is yours. Do you wish to do anything this day?
I am going to seek out Bazir, or Sir Bazir, and see if I can offer any help with this orphanage plan.
Okay.
And I'll let everyone else know that's what I plan to do.
Maybe before, I know I said it earlier, maybe before we leave a tavern, this is where we split the money, what we've got left after all the chaos that we've caused last night, whatever we've got left. So like 2p each, yeah?
Yeah, because that was rather expensive last night.
So you destroy a fire kraken. You talk to gods and deal with gods, and then you get defeated by a duck. And
Sounds
8-year-old
about
girls as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Most unsuspecting of them all.
So you divvy up the money and in this area, and Marshall sees this, of course, and he's quite interested. Don't forget that he has an account to settle up. And basically, you can go. So you go up and see to the Temple District. And in the Temple District, you know that's where the Bahamut Temple is. Lily, you also know here that the Dawnfather's temple had been destroyed, and it was not. This is not one of the main temples of this city. So the Bahamut's is getting more preferential treatment. But you know, one of your reasons of coming here was to bring a branch off a certain tree in Whitestone, and you planted it in the ground at the center of the temple, and this has started to root, and the temple is starting to grow almost organically around it. And that is close to where the Bahamut's temple is.
What's the weather like today?
It is cold. It's one of those cold, clear winter's days where you can see for miles, and the sky is that beautiful, crisp blue, and the sun is very bright and glaring.
Oh, wonderful. It's nice and bright outside. I love it. And it's
But
so
this is
warm
cold.
down here, especially compared to Whitestone.
So it's below freezing.
It's still warmer than Whitestone.
So you go to the Bahamut's temple. Yeah.
Yes.
And you can see there are 2 guards at the front door of this temple, and since you've been there, it is still being built and being made bigger. There's one guard there who seems to have a perpetual snuffling nose. You're with Sir Bazir.
Yes, sort of.
You're here to pay your deference to the Lord Bahamut, the king of all the gods, or are you here to see Sir Bazir?
Well, while I respect Bahamut and his position, I'm afraid I am sworn to another, and I'll just pull out my holy symbol.
Okay. Well, don't think it's a problem coming in here, but no trouble.
Oh, of course. Hold on a sec, and I'm just going to go over to the man who's sniffling.
Yep.
And this might not work, but it's worth a try. I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay. And he sort of pulls back a bit. What you doing? What you doing?
Oh, you're sniffling. Maybe I can help with that.
Okay. And he's pulling back a bit. Because
I-
you're holding up your holy symbol to do this, which is not one that he's not one he's affiliated with.
I only want to help. It's entirely up to you if you don't want to, but your sniffling looks a bit uncomfortable.
Make a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. I'm going to just offer a small prayer to the Dawnfather, and can I use guidance on myself?
You can.
I can. Where's my button gone? Sorry about that. Right, sorry, my thing froze for a sec, and I get a D4 on that as well.
So he looks back and rather dubious at you. I think not. I think I think our own clergy and priests are more than capable of looking after me, and they've given me some wonderful hot lemon flavored drinks.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. Well, Dawnfather's blessing on you.
Yeah, and you. And he sort of does funny things with his hands, and it's sort of like a benediction type thing, which he doesn't really know what he's doing. Well, you go, but no trouble. And you walk into this main nave, and you see a number of the paladins around the side, and one of them notices you, and they beckons you across, and Bazir is in with his mentor, Guthbert Darth. And you knock on the door and you go in, and he says, and Bazir stands up. Ah, Womble. My lady, he says to Lily. Hello, everybody. And there seems to be a change to him. He's out of armor, and Durandal has gone. I have returned the sword to the rightful place. Durandal has done what it needed to do, and Bahamut now has need of it elsewhere. And this city or this country or this world, I know not where, but Durandal turns up in different times and different places when it is needed. Sorry, there's lots of typing going on here. I am now the headmaster of the orphanage, which we will be building.
That's wonderful. That's actually why I came. I was wondering if there's anything I could do to help out.
Well, funds are always welcome.
I mean, while I'm happy to donate any money, maybe you need someone to help with the building, or I can cook a little. I know how to make soup and maybe help with the workers. Anything you need.
Well, we are going to get the aid of the Arcana Pansophical to help build a larger orphanage with monies which have been donated both by the Taldori Council and also by Guardian Tofor as well, who we now have an agreement.
Is Bazir about? We'd like to have a chat with him.
This is Bazir saying this.
Oh, this is Bazir, is it?
Yeah,
Bazir,
Womble.
your favourite person is here.
Womble.
Hello.
And he takes one of your hands in both of his, and his huge hands, clawed hands, go around both. In fact, both of your hands, and he looks you in the eyes. Womble, I now have my vocation in life. It was good whilst it lasted, but Bahamut needs me, and the children of the city need me more.
I think for some closure, Bazir. Firstly, let me state on what I meant as husband to you. Anyway, we went through the ceremony, and that was quite after the recent trauma of being captured. And
he just says, "Should we be having this in here or in a private space?"
Lily is unless there's anyone else here, then
you can see
Lily.
that she's already starting to tear up.
No, Lily,
so
having
Lily's-
Lily here is fine. Lily's already good company.
Brick is there, sort of picking his teeth.
Yeah, no, whoever's there is totally fine. Womble's got no hesitation about this. It's not a sad thing to Womble.
Yeah.
And he'll continue and say to Baz, what I mean by husband is, the closest person I can find that stables me to keep me sane. The person who almost anchors me to this plane of existence. I often find myself kind of adrift almost in a sea of chaos where nothing makes sense and everything is random, but makes sense at the same time. So I just want to thank you for that, Baz, for being my husband and my anchor.
So can somebody just make an intelligence roll for Baz, please?
Yeah, I'll do that. Do you know what his modifier was?
-1.
3.
Okay, so he looks a little confused. All right, Womble, my beloved. I'm not quite sure what you just said there, but
it doesn't matter. It's more for me than less for you. But moving on from there, You know, Durandal and the shield and your armor. Will you need that anymore? Do you think? Do you think anyone in our party is worthy of?
I think the shield and the armor are there in case I'm needed to help defend the city or to help defend Bahamut, because I am a knight of Bahamut after all. But I think my armor now is going to be these robes, and he's wearing simple grey robes with a multicolored sash around the middle as my role as headmaster.
I see. Oh.
But when Bahamut
Well,
falls,
if I
will come.
divorce you, Pazir, I get half of whatever you own, so you should give me everything you have.
Didn't sign any prenups.
And he just smiles and he says, you can have my love, but I may need this. You will always be there for me, and I will always be there for you. And in another time, and another place, it would have been another outcome. But we are here, and we are now, and this is this. And you realise that Bazir is actually sounding quite philosophical, and he has developed wisdom in his to his soul with this adopting the paladin's oath. But I do have an oath which I cannot ignore. Maybe one day I will be back with you at your side, together as the Waffle House. But I have a different path to take now. And that path takes me away from you, my beloved, and my friends.
Bazir, just
Womble.
your words are inspiring, and you have changed a lot in the time that we've known you, and I really hope that I could have some memento to remember you by, like your shield. So that if we ever see Sherry again, we can always return it to her, and we know that it's being used wisely.
Make a persuasion roll for me, please.
Ooh,
One will make it an advantage.
No.
Okay.
I am going to. Yeah, I'm going to give guidance to Womble on this.
Okay, before you make guidance, you're in a temple to another god. Could you just make a religion roll for me, please?
Yes, I can. Religion. 9.
You don't feel that connection in here because you are surrounded by feelings which are slightly alien to you.
It's
And
it feels very strict in here.
It's very strict, and it's not what you're used to, and you're struggling with that.
Oh, Womble!
One more rolls a 20.
Womble, my beloved,
My beloved Bazir.
what
Sir
I have is
Bazir.
yours, and it has been ever thus. I may need some of this war armor again, but not at the moment. I cannot see the future, but the future I can see is that of these robes. Everything I have is for you. And he goes to a door behind a desk, opens a door, and inside you can see some of his things, and he says, and he brings out a round silver shield. This shield is donated to us by Claire. I did not earn this alone, and I think you, Womble, and the Waffle House would do better with this now than me. What else did he have?
Can't remember.
Let me just have a look.
I remember he had that legendary +5 longsword, which he wanted to give to everyone.
That's mine. You can't have it. Archive characters. Where's Sir Bazir? Here we go.
Oh, he's in the archive. That's so sad. I feel more sad about that than anything.
Where has he gone?
We can all live in hope in the day that Bazir turns out of the blue, missing a shield.
Let me just.
We just go to Barash and get him another shield.
Well, I have returned Durandal to the Order of Bahamut. You can have my other things if you wish. But I'm not sure they will be of much use to you. And the shield was all he really had left. The plate armor was designed specifically for him and would not fit anybody else apart from a very close, unless it was another Dragonborn who was a similar size to him. So this is all I can really give you. The money I have is gone into the orphanage.
Well, Bazir, with your blessing, we have a new member, or two new members in the party, and I think Lily will probably make best use of your shield. If you are happy, we pass it on to her.
Only if it doesn't cause any trouble for you.
My lady, are you now in the Waffle House?
Yes, I guess.
Well then, and he hands you over the shield, which is a round silvered shield. And he says, you will use this more than I would. This is to protect you where other things will not.
Thank you.
But Womble, and he turns back to Womble. Womble, one thing I ask for you, and from around his neck, he takes a chain, unclasps it, and on the end of it there is a silver dragon's head. If you wear this, it will remind you of me. This is Bahamut's symbol, and Bahamut will be with you, as he is with me. And he offers you this silvered chain with a platinum based dragon's head in it. Probably worth about 50 gold pieces if you sold it.
Sweet. Well, Buzz, I have two things for you, I guess. One will pull out a leak, hand it to Baz. And secondly, I think now you probably know the importance of ducks, dungeon delving ducks, life-saving ducks. Ducks are the ferrymen.
Yes, my duck. I think those ducks keep dying, don't they?
No, if you remember correctly, there's one guarding over Jordan's son's grave, and I would like to put one here as well, if that's okay with you and Jordan.
Fine with me.
Okay.
We'll go and minor illusion that a little duck somewhere hidden in a corner, which only lasts for a minute, but it's more about what people perceive when they look in that corner.
Okay. And there's a little duck there, which is just basically like a static image.
Yeah.
And he smiles.
And that's for you to remember me. And us.
And we part company. We will meet again. Our paths will cross in the future. And I will pray for you every night.
Wow.
And you walk out.
I will Sorry, I will just promise Bazir that I will use the shield to keep Womble safe.
Look after, and as you do that, he puts his arm on yours. Look after him for me. And he feels your muscles. What's your strength, by the way?
What? Sorry, mine or Connor's, did he say?
Yours.
-1.
Okay, so are you sure you're up to being in the Waffle House? You seem slight of build.
It's not, as the Dawnfather always says, it's not about the size of the light, but how far it travels.
You with Pelor?
Yes, and you're one of Bahamut's.
We have a lot in common.
Indeed. We both keep watch for those in the dark.
Correct.
And for the Wombles, and Womble cartwheel away.
And Womble, and he tries to
Yes.
do the same.
Oh!
So that is going to be a.
Can I do something quickly? As he put his hand on me, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability, and I'm going to give him Cat's Grace.
How do you do enhanced ability? What's that?
So when it's a touch spell and it's verbal, somatic, and
You need material component as well, do you?
I do, but it's not money, so I can use my holy symbol as a.
Right. Well, you'd have to get that out and use that. So I think he would have seen that.
Fair enough.
So if you're going to do that, do a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, okay, I will do a sleight of hand check. This is all going to go horribly wrong because every roll I had tonight.
I'd bend luck on it.
Duck part 2.
Yep.
Okay, sleight of hand.
At a 1d4.
Oh, that's not bad. There's 16 total.
Okay. So what's Bazzy's passive perception?
God, it's weird not rolling in the 20s.
Bear with me 1 second. Okay, so you managed to do that without him seeing.
Yes, he has advantage on dexterity checks.
I bet after he does the cartwheel, even he's surprised he's managed to successfully do it.
Okay, so we have.
Yeah!
Oh, yes!
So so he does a perfect cartwheel and comes up and ta-da! And then he blows an ice ring out of his mouth. Looks like a smoke ring, but it's ice, and it sort of solidifies and into a ring and drops on the floor, and he looks very proud of himself.
Womble drops to his knees and quietly sobs, realizing that his anchor has left him, and that cartwheel was everything to him, and he's now very, very, very sad.
And Womble walks out of this room with the rest of you in tow. Brick is looking slightly confused. And Connor is looking slightly confused too. And you walk out into the temple area and leave Bahamut's temple. Now, you've got a couple of weeks now to spend as you wish and do what you wish to do. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is just to email me a bullet points of what you're going to do over the next 2 or 3 weeks, or what you wish to do, or you may not wish to do anything. And then we'll come back and actually start this next adventure.
Truly being the waffle episode.
Oh yeah.
And there will be a cost of staying at the Via Crook, and that will be 5 gold pieces a night altogether for all of you. And I'll just give you so you'll have a couple of weeks, and you can do things like shopping. You may wish to try and earn a bit of money using some of your skills if you wish to do that. And if you want to do that, if you do the rolling yourself, just take the roll as is. So, if you've got a gambling skill, you may want to go to one of the gambling dens or something. We will meet back up at the Via Crook 2 weeks hence. And we'll take it from there, and then we'll carry on, start the adventure, and do proper Dungeons and Dragons rather than ducks and things.
Sorry, I feel really bad. I feel like I've taken up a lot of time. I apologize.
Oh no, that
That's
is
fine.
that is
Very
great.
funny.
Forget saving people from death. Saving people from getting laid is the greatest accomplishment we've ever had in this game.
There you go.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Right,
See
good
you
stuff.
See you all next
Awesome.
week.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you later.
And we
Do
managed
that,
to
guys.
catch the pigeon in there as well, which was fantastic.
Yes, we did. Yeah,
And a duck. I've got the stats for duck now.
it's very important.
Very, very important. It looks like they're becoming a
Very
current theme, really.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. See you later, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you later. Bye bye.
Bye.